everybody, I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching Palm Royale, Season 1 of multiple seasons. It's been renewed.
Woo.
Episode 4.
Maxine rolls the dice.
I loved this episode.
Yeah.
I'm in. I was looking at the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes last night, because it has like a 59, and the, like, pull quotes and stuff were all saying that, like, the cast and the visuals were, like, great, but that the pacing and or the combination of tones was slightly off. And I was kind of getting that, but I feel like this episode, first of all, we finally have everybody interacting.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is always a good thing to have your cast, working with each other.
Yes, because there was not enough yes-anding, because everybody was like, no, Maxine, and she was like doing the thrust of the storytelling all by herself, but now it's like, she's kind of in with Evelyn, she's in a different way with Dinah, and then she's in a little with Linda, and so it's like, and Robert to an extent as well, so it's finally, we're like...
Well, and also Douglas is on the show now.
Douglas is on the show now.
He's been... in scenes, but what?
That's an up and down proposition. It's nice having Josh Lucas around, but he is dumber than Maxine.
Which is saying something.
Which is really saying something.
Yeah, there was a lot of plot happening in this episode, and a lot of things that I wanted consciously, and also specifically, because I specifically asked for more Raquel, and we got it in this episode.
Yeah.
She was throwing, I forgot what they called it. It was another one of the events. It was like a Cuban themed.
Yeah. I'm going to see. There's like very little trivia about this show, so like on IMDb, so I don't know. But yeah, it was like a Cuban themed bacchanalia. I mean, holy moly. It was so good.
It was so good. Oh God, it was gorgeous. And we got her husband Pinky, who's
should have been Pitbull.
But we both of us wanted it to be Pitbull, but he's basically a gangster that just got out of prison.
Yeah.
And he somehow acquired, is it just that he got the necklace from the pawn shop?
Probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It felt more nefarious. That is something the show does, is I feel like it positions things in ways where I'm like, what does that mean? And I'm like, oh, exactly what?
So I think it felt more nefarious because Robert and Maxine were trying to use it against each other because they both had access to it. Mm-hmm. And so either one of them could have used it against the other in the court proceedings.
That was the initial plot, is that Robert noticed the Rolodex was missing, so he assumed Maxine stole it. So he put forward the motions to get the conservatorship.
Yeah.
It all happened very quickly.
Yeah.
And so he and Maxine were battling against it, and she was able to secure it by using the necklace.
Yeah.
Because he got the necklace from Raquel while she was propositioning him to be her pool boy.
Yeah.
And then Maxine got it from him?
No, she called the cop and was like, I know who has it, get it from him here. Which was pretty shady. But then she was like, hey, we don't want to press charges. And I assumed, I'm with you, I still need them in cahoots. And I don't think it's going to happen at this point because...
It will happen eventually.
Maybe.
You don't know?
I don't think so, because now he's further entrenched with Linda. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not sure.
And he's also gay, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is what I assumed, but then the show very confidently instructed me to put that away.
Yeah.
And Linda...
sent him to the gay section of her bookstore.
Uh-huh.
Which I know... as much as I feel like I need to know about, like, gay subculture in the 60s and 70s and stuff, I was unaware of, like, going to the gay section of the bookstore and just writing your phone number for a good time in the front of James Baldwin. Seems not, like, the worst idea.
I was like... I discovered that kind of thing when I was 10.
Well,
Not 10, but I like to hang out at Borders.
That's true.
So, yeah, that was quite a lot. And he also... had some, Evelyn and Maxine and Douglas all had scenes with Norma. Very Norma-heavy episode. And we had kind of like a flashback. I'm guessing Linda / Penelope shot someone at a party.
Yep.
And
at her wedding, when she was supposed to marry Douglas.
Uh-huh.
I'm convinced. We didn't see the bottom of the invitation, but I'm convinced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a little bit with you where I was sort of like, that's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
But you are correct. We have not had confirmation yet.
No confirmation. I'm convinced.
Mere implication.
Yeah. Heavy implication.
But Linda took Robert to meet her father, Skeet.
Yeah. Played by Bruce Dern.
Mm-hmm. And he liked his olives, and he seemed relatively chill.
Yeah.
Considering he's a war profiteer.
Yeah, but he's like then against...
This is war, Peacock!
But he's like against wars, so... I don't know, maybe it's like Rhett Butler after the Civil War, where he's like, I feel really bad about all that blockade running. Well, please let my daughter into society. Well, Maxine did get the conservatorship.
Uh-huh.
Because Robert went to jail for the night. Linda...
Well, so Linda
bailed him out.
Yeah, and she has the Rolodex because it confirms that that she's Penelope.
I don't know. It says Penelope, and then on the back it said attempted murder.
Which was dumb.
I agree.
I mean, I'll let it if a MacGuffin's gonna MacGuffin, but...
Yeah, but that we both said the same thing. It's like, so there's a secret about you in there. Take the one card out and leave it.
I feel
because
like...
now you've got this whole Rolodex that you did this with.
I feel
to
like
Virginia.
The story is just fine.
Yeah.
It's everything else, and particularly the performances, because Virginia walks in and Laura Dern splays herself over the Rolodex trying to hide it, and
literally she goes, I don't have anything to hide.
And Virginia was like, clearly. It was
all evidence to the contrary.
We laughed out loud.
Yeah.
We laughed out loud a couple times because they also, part of the conservatorship is that Norma is in the house.
The house, yeah.
And it did end... National treasure, Carol Burnett.
I love it.
So we're bouncing all over the place, but it's what we do, and also it's what the plot.
This show is really...
Maxine and Evelyn have sort of an uneasy truce because both of their positions are being threatened.
Yeah,
and so they think that if they can align goals and throw the beach ball,
Maxine will get into society and Evelyn won't lose her place. Mm-hmm. And she also, I think it was fun that and nice that she was vulnerable in this episode, because she was like, he's sort of an idiot, but I miss Skeet, my husband. She was like, he's just, laying in there in his bathrobe all day. I'm lonely. And
Howard Hughesing it up.
Yeah, like a hippie Howard Hughes, she said. I thought that was nice that she was like, I miss him. And
so, when they were trying to find the Rolodex, they got the key to this safety door. There's so many words. Yeah. There were so many very specific plot points that I'm trying to...
Well, because it was on Norma. She was wearing it, but it was on a necklace and it slipped behind her back. Mm-hmm. So when Maxine went to turn her over, it was there, and then they went to go look at the safety deposit boxes. And I actually thought it was really sweet and chill that Norma had a safety deposit box full of just, childhood, fancies, basically.
Snow globe with her childhood sled.
It was cute. Well, but it was cute.
So that's where Maxine found the invitation implicating Douglas, and she was going home furiously to confront him. And that's when Norma was sort of coming
around a little.
And that's why she was yelling "roar," which we think means revolver. The revolver was in one of the safe deposit boxes. Also,
because it's missing off the wall, she's got a kind of cool display of guns, and also it was a beautiful.
You were like that, yeah.
Well, it was all engraved, and then it was a mother of pearl handle, and it was just a little dainty little.
I just Americans are so weird and gross with guns, and I'm just sort of I just like a little pretty revolver.
I don't want it to look like I'm committing war crimes.
Yeah.
I just want a little cute thing.
Mother of pearl. Yeah. I was trying to think if we got everything with Raquel. Mitzi was one of the showgirls at the party, and she hit it off with Perry, and I'm pretty sure he's whose number she got. Yeah. And Dinah had a scene with Maxine in the
Perry,
pool from Cruel Intentions.
It really looked like it. Perry or Eddie is jealous of Perry. So the lover is jealous of the husband because she gave him a hand job because he bought her a new tennis bracelet.
right? Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I need to learn that monologue.
So, but now that Douglas is back, he and Perry were like besties, like childhood besties. And
I kind of can't wait.
They bring out the worst in each other.
It's,
but he always says it with a smile, so I interpret that to mean fun.
I just think it's so funny because usually when I'm watching shows, the characters I find interesting are, I already made the comment, like the secondary female lead and stuff, but this is a show populated sort of nothing but that.
Yeah.
So in a weird twist, it's like Douglas and Perry are kind of my favorites. I kind of want to see more of them. I want them to get into shenanigans. Yeah. So, I think that was largely it. I'm a little bit furious.
Oh, well, Mary confronted Maxine about one of the checks that she cut was bad.
I kind of, it's no issue with,
Juliet Duffy?
Yeah, no issue with Juliet Duffy, but I kind of don't give two shits about Mary. I'm sort of like, can we shoot her? Is she the one face down in a pool somewhere? Get her out of here. She's bumming me out. The rest of them I think are great. I'm fine. I'm a little bit furious because we were playing catch up the last 3 days and we are caught up. Yeah. And now I'm sad because I want to keep going. This will probably make for a great binger. Yeah. Don't
worry. We're not going to do that. As fun as it sounds.
Well, for people out there.
Yeah. If you want to wait.
So.
Yeah, I think that they're doing okay now, though. I mean, Douglas was basically like, well, why don't we just kill her now? And Maxine had to be like, dipshit, because everything's going to the cat sanctuary. And so I was like, you do the fraud now, like pull out the money. And she was like, now I get to pay us salaries, like commensurate with her care. And also like, you can fudge a lot of that. In 1969, you can fudge a lot of that and just empty the account. So nothing goes to the big cat sanctuary. So.
Okay.
I mean, the big cats deserve the money, but, but the big cats are not the hero of this piece, so.
So, all right. Well, we should be back next week, and every week thereafter until the end of time.
Only for 6 more weeks. Bye.
Bye.